Hey, today we making 50-50 burgers, right? That's that beef and that pork. Let's get it. All right, look, so I'm gonna start go ahead and get my ingredients together, right? So this right here, this is my ground pork. Now, you know what? I can barely concentrate. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that right there is noisy as I don't know what. For those of you guys that live out in them country environments, stuff like that, you know that noise that you hear in the background, that little zzz sound, that's what we call like some kind of beetle or something like that, right? So I'm finna do this, try to keep my mind off of it. And again, we said 50-50, pork, beef, we getting it. Okay, so look, now you see that I got, you know, my meat inside of here, right? Now it's time to season. This is what I'm gonna be using. Look, this is my new burger seasoning. You guys can use whatever you have if you don't have this already, but I promise you this right here is what's gonna take it over the top. Those of you guys, I wanna say thank you for everybody that's been copying it right now. Look, this right here is fire. Now, you can use the traditional salt and pepper. That does work, right? Now, I'm gonna talk about this part right here. I don't wanna work this meat too heavy. You know what I mean? I just wanna get my seasoning in the inside of it. You know what I mean? And then as I'm mixing it, when I go to make my patties, I don't wanna compact it, you know? You wanna keep it a little bit, I don't know the word for it. I call it like aerated or something like that. You don't wanna just have it so dense that when you go ahead and put it in your skillet or whatever you're using. Oh, speaking of that, I want you guys to take a look over here. Let me just show this. I'm gonna be doing mine on the griddle right here. Hey, if you don't have one of these, that's fine. Cast iron work great. Those of you guys that went out and got that hex clad, that works too. But if my tool of choice would be either outside on a griddle, number 2 would be that cast iron, number 3 would be that hex clad. All right, so look, I don't know if this is gonna be able to capture it or not. Look, we just want to get it, you know, mixed in a 50-50, you know, ratio, right? Then you just want to divide this up into 4. You know what I mean? Now, this is going to be a whole lot of, how can I say it? You know, by having ground pork and we're going to have ground beef. My ground beef is 80-20, right? So by having all of that, you know what I mean, it's going to render and be nice and juicy. But we don't want to make it so, you know, what I'm trying to say is you just don't want to make it so dense. You know, I see some of these burgers. You ever made burgers in your backyard or even in your kitchen? You guys pack them so tight, you know what I mean? They just, I don't want to say nothing bad, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to show you guys, you just want to get it just to form, you know, a ball, right? Now, I got my griddle coming up to temp. And I got to say this, I would pat myself on the back, but you see my hands is greasy, you know what I mean? But I would just say, man, I got these just about right. Been doing them for years though, the size and all of that, so I can just about feel them. And you know, I know they're right. Okay, so now that I got my, man, I don't know how to say it, but I got my meatballs, you know, I'll do it like that. I got my meatballs ready, right? So I'm gonna put them down right here. Right there is good. And right there is good, right? Now I'm gonna go ahead and let it sear just a little bit. You know what I mean? We wanna let it cook. What I'm doing now is, you guys can do it all kind of ways. You can actually form your patty the way you want to. But for me, I'm gonna go ahead and use a piece of parchment paper, and then I got my press. If you guys take a look, got my logo on it, all of that, you know, my little signature. So I let it stay on for about, you know, 10, 15 seconds, and then I go ahead and give it a press. I'm not really doing smash burgers, you know what I mean? I just want to make them big. Listen, because you know they're going to shrink. My bun is not even probably as big as this, you know, my press, right? So I just leave them like that. Boom, real simple. And so now listen, I know you guys been following me. You know what I mean? If you're new to my channel, look, this might look a little strange to you if you don't know nothing about it. Look, we toasting and we using mayo, folks. For those of you guys out there, we can start that debate too. I love to hear what you guys say. I know now we got to add something to the mayo list. You know what I mean? Because that would be that, like that blue ribbon, right? So you can add, you can tell me your favorite is blue ribbon, Dukes, what's the other names? I'm drawing a blank right now. But for me, I live on the West Coast, you know what I mean? And that's right there is, you know, this is what we got. Best foods, you know what I mean? Oh, Helmsman, that's it. Now, take it, put some on here. I want you guys to try it. If you haven't done it, you can talk to me and tell me how you've been doing it. All of that, I love to hear it. We take it, coat it, and check this part out. Take these, a couple of these over here, and now we just put them on here. All right, so if you guys want to know how they toast, look at that right there. That is a perfectly toasted bun. Okay, so look, if you come in here and take a look at this, look at how the meat is. Look, when you got your temperature just right on your griddle, your skillet or whatever, see how it starts to sweat over the top? If you look on the side down here, you can see how it's starting to cook. It starts rising up, right? And then I want you to pay attention. This is the most important thing when you're making a hamburger. Some people be like fooling with it on the bottom. Once it's stuck down there on the bottom like that, I don't mess with it until it's time to flip, right? So after I look at it like that, I can see it's ready. So now I'll go ahead and break the seal underneath the bottom like that, and then I flip. All right, now it's time for me to make my sauce. Now you guys make the sauce that you like. For me, everything is like mayo based, right? Okay, so mayo, I put just a little bit of that W sauce. We're gonna go with the ketchup of your choice, relish, and then listen, you go, oh, I gotta mention that too. You gotta put that French, I use French's, yellow mustard, that's what I like. And then you get the consistency that you want, then you taste. I'm gonna go ahead and put my ingredients, what I normally do, I can eyeball it. I've been doing this for years, you know what I mean? Get yourself, a whisk and then whisk it together. Then once you get the consistency you want, now you got your homemade, burger sauce, right? All right, so once you got your consistency that you want, look, these are all my bottom buns, right? I don't know how you guys like to do it. I like to always ask for extra sauce, right? So I've been using this and making this for years. When I say years, I don't really want to date myself with no number, but I'm gonna just say it's been a couple of decades. I'll just leave it like that. All right, so I'm gonna show you the real level up. And if you guys want me to make a video on what I'm getting ready to show you, just let me know, right? And here come them Beatles again, right on time when you push record. Okay, so look, this is the true level up, right? For those of you guys that know what this is, you can see it, and it calls out its name, right? And if you don't know, let me introduce you to bacon jam. Now, I add this like this. Trust me, folks. Listen, I can't just always make something that's traditional. I'll show you how I do it, and then I'll always add my little spin to it too, right? So we'll just add some of this bacon jam. And look at the consistency. When I say jam, look at it. Talk to me. Yeah, that's right, I'm popping my collar because that's right there. That right there is fire, folks. You can hear it in my voice. All right, then we come underneath the bottom. Take it like this. Whew, look at that, folks. Hey, check it out, folks. I'm finna show you something that I normally don't do. It's all about preparing this, making it look the best it can be, and then showing you guys so you guys click on them thumbnails, right? But I'm gonna move this out the way. You see this right here? Somebody had to stop me. And don't forget I made 4 of those. One is already gone. I had to hold up right here, and this one right here I was about to knock off. Somebody had to remind me hey, it's an intro. But you wanna know what the real level of is right here? That's it right there. Don't forget I call this bacon jam, right? Not just me, a lot of people make this, you know what I mean? But when I say jam, if that don't say jam to y'all, I don't know what does. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and take this bite and be traditional, but I can just tell you this, listen, if it ain't flashing already on the screen right now, ain't no flames, we be doing you an injustice. If you never had no 50-50 burger with this bacon jam, and then you made your homemade dressing too, cheers. So, if you guys wanna know how to make this bacon jam, let me know down in the comment section below. I get enough people talking about it, I'll make that video. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me just take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, look, it's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. I'm not finna walk off because I'm finna take down one of these other burgers. I'm just gonna hit you with this. Peace.
Thanks for watching. More info is in the description. Please subscribe, like, comment and share.